So I've actually made other videos about this, but I think it's an interesting topic to kind of talk about. And I like the words that she used. So this YouTuber, I'll put her video in the description box so you can kind of watch it for yourself. But she's from some village in Colombia, and it looks like she's calling herself like the black one, because she's got like a curlier texture hair. But she was basically saying, like, in her hometown, she was considered very ugly, like very unattractive. And the people in her village told her, they were like, well, when you get your period, that day you'll become beautiful. And then on that day, she did not become beautiful. And she was like, oh no, all my hopes and dreams and shit. And I gotta say, like, where I grew up too, there's something that's very strange that happens when you have a person of color who's in a space that is like not basically white spaces. I don't know how to say it, because like white supremacy is like global. So there's this beauty standard that says, like, if you are not white, you are not beautiful. So like, if you're not blonde, if you don't have straight hair and blue eyes, if you don't have pale white skin, like anything that differs from that beauty standard in terms of kind of like the beauty industry, in terms of glamour, like anything like that, it's kind of like womanness, really. If it's not white, it's supposed to be, it's like ugly, especially if it's black. This is why it's very new. It's not like new in terms of people who are based in reality, right? Because there's like the globe, and half of the fucking globe is black. So obviously we have like Africa, okay, and I'm just gonna keep making it a very separate thing. And then we have like European colonialism that has tried to tell everyone that like white women are supreme, even as they age like Wiccans. But you know, whatever. So they've tried to put this image up and be like, this is what beauty is. Even as we've seen, I mean, we can use Beyonce, but even before Beyonce, we've had like Iman. Come on. Even, what is it, Cleopatra? Like, none of those women are white. There's not one white woman in history. The only one you could say is maybe like Katy Perry or Taylor Swift, possibly, given what we've seen. But there's no other who's even, whatever. So moving forward, though. So this woman is talking about how then she went to Bogota or something, and they started calling her beautiful. And I don't know how to put this. If I were you, like, I've gone through this for myself, but I would not put any tokens in the beauty basket. Do not live your life, at least not, maybe if you're in Africa or something, if you consider yourself non-white, do not put any tokens in the beauty basket. This is why I would never become a beauty influencer. I don't even do modeling anymore. Like, I think it's completely pointless. I do not feel like black women at any point will ever be able to commoditize off of beauty here. So it basically means nothing. Like, you won't make any money from it. You're not like, in the same way that like white women can get on YouTube and literally do nothing. They can like literally, they'll be fat, ugly, retarded. They'll have like one eye, and still they'll get like millions of views. They'll have all type of sponsorships. The next thing you know, it'll be like the retard YouTube channel that will blow the fuck up. It just keeps happening. And you will literally have like Iman on the other side, who's like literally the like perfection, and they'll be like, no, this cannot be commoditized. Like, unfortunately, you have to play into capitalism and where the dollars go, and they're just not going into black women's pockets. So instead of putting any money or anything, and the one thing I try to do is I just like buy from beauty brands that are by black people. So like, I would buy whatever that black beauty influencer's name is. I would buy from her. Jackie Aina, she's got the candles. I would buy her candles. This is why I don't even wear makeup, but I bought a whole bunch of Fenty shit just to put money in Rihanna's pocket. Like, I buy Iman's cosmetics. I really don't wear the shit, but I literally just buy it just because it's owned by a black woman. And I realized that, like, it is actually important for other black women to, like, put money in those pockets, just because there's gonna be some little black girl who wants to be like in the beauty industry, and she's gonna have something. Like, she's gonna have at least one thing. So I personally, that is why I contribute. I don't contribute though to try to like push the image forward, because it's complete bullshit. Like, you're never gonna win the game of white supremacy and like trying to commoditize off ugly white women. It will just never, ever, ever, ever. I swear, we could have like 3 million moons, we could have like earth shatter, any fucking thing. It just, I've seen so much in this country, and it won't change. Like, it's impossible. So, I mean, I feel like you should watch this perspective simply because, like, I feel like there's a lot of women who feel this way, and I've said this before, but, like, just so many women of color do not have a voice. Like, they just feel like there's nowhere to share their story. They don't have, like, words to put to the story. And another thing that she said, though, that I thought was very interesting, she said, like, where she was growing up, she never had a boyfriend because she was considered ugly. Imagine that. With all the incels and the, like, loser dudes, they won't even date the women who are there because in their minds, they believe that there's something better. This is like a woman is a gift. This is what I'm saying. Like, men are going to fucking die off. Like, they're retarded. They sit on the internet all day and be like, this is what is beautiful, this is what is not. And then you see the women that they have access to. They look like fat freckies, bro. Like, it's awful. And they'll talk about another woman and be like, she's so unattractive. She's so this. Like, bro, look at your girlfriend. Like, she's like 100 pounds overweight. She's got like awful skin, no fashion sense, just all of it. And they'll be like, oh, beauty matters. Beauty does not matter. Beauty doesn't matter. Do you know what matters? Access. Access matters. That's what matters. And the fact is, as soon as more women kind of grow up and realize that, like, they are full autonomous human beings and they have to start looking at themselves outside of relationships. The weird part about it is, like, white America and, like, white people in America have really made this, like, system where at every developmental stage, like, white women get to go through this space where they first they find themselves. Like, maybe they learn to read, they learn to write, they learn how to make friends, and then they get to say, like, oh my gosh, based on my own human biology, I am now attracted to the opposite sex because I am 14, I'm 15. Okay, now I get to, like, have my first relationship, and this is like an experience for me, and it's really great for them. And they've made, like, movies and TV shows and, like, articles and blog posts and all these things. That shit doesn't, if you're a woman of color, that is not our experience. Like, don't fall for the hype. Like, that shit doesn't happen for us. You need to have a different experience, which is why I'm literally I've been trying to do this the entire time. Give you the fucking narrative and the playbook, because it ain't the same. Like, we're not having the same experience. This is another reason why go back and watch my Trevor Noah video. He's fucking pandering. Oh, I appreciate black women. No, you fucking don't. You don't. Just like Diddy and the rest of the niggers, they don't. I hate it. Like, don't fall for that shit. It gives you the wrong perspective. Like, you have to be honest. You have to look at the society in the way it is, not in the way that, like, you wish it would be. Like, one thing also that just comes to mind for me is okay, I'll continue this on the train. I think this is the train.